There was an editorial exodus from Fairfax media today as the company began to implement the big shake-up announced last week. Senior editors of The Age and the Sydney Morning Herald called their staff together this morning to tell them they were moving on. The editors-in-chief of both papers have resigned, as well as the editor of the Herald. Jeff Waters reports.
It came as a surprise to just about everyone in two of the country's largest newsrooms. At simultaneous staff meetings in Sydney and Melbourne, editors announced their resignations from The Age and the Sydney Morning Herald.
You don't get much bigger than losing the top editors of your two main daily titles.
At The Age, editor-in-chief Paul Ramage told staff he was leaving with mixed feelings, but that the paper needed to change in light of digital competition. And at the Sydney Morning Herald, the paper's first female editor, Amanda Wilson, and editor-in-chief Peter Fray also stood down.
I suspect that the roles of the editors of those two papers were going to change to such an extent that it was unacceptable to the sitting editors.
Later in the day, Sydney staff were told business journalist Sean Aylmer would take over in a role as combined editor of the Sydney Morning Herald and Sun Herald newspapers and the SMH website.
A lot of staff have worked for them for a long time, and it is upsetting. It has to be unsettling. But I also think everyone up there knows that we have to change, that we actually have to adapt to the new world.
The company says its new-style newspapers and websites will continue serving local news interests.
All around the country, we're very aware of the geographic sensibilities. Fairfax is only the sum of its parts.
The company says it'll announce a new combined editor for the Age newspaper and website tomorrow, and staff will find out more about structural changes on Wednesday. Jeff Waters, ABC News.